Anyways, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andrew, Theincarnations, bringing back another YouTube video. Today we have a massive haul. Yes, I think it's around 200 books, 200 units of different things, mostly manga, but we also have a bunch of different anime DVDs, a bunch of graphic novels. Anyways, let's just... Oh my god! What's that? That's heavy. That's heavy. I don't know if I should pre-putting this. This is only one of the few boxes. Alright, we put it on the ground. It's pointed here now. I don't think you really want to see my face anyways. But, hello, I'm right here. Let's just get these things opened up. And yeah, as I was saying, these cost... I actually had to get them shipped. Cost me about 100 bucks and, oh no, 130 bucks to get these shipped. Because they couldn't fit in one box, and if they put them in one box, it probably would break. Anyways guys, we got this for I believe 450 bucks for 200 units of different things. I know that's kind of crazy, but that comes up to about $2 a book. If you think about it, that's kind of worth it considering how much books cost nowadays. I don't think this is right. Let me do it from the side here. Let's do it again. I hope I'm not damaging anything. This is so cringe. I think I already damaged something. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I should have got an X-Acto knife, but we're doing the... Yeah, that's not... my bad. Let's just start cutting it. This is extremely cursed. Hopefully I don't damage them or cut them to pieces. That'll be extremely sad. Okay, I think that's enough. You may be wondering, why did I buy it 200 books? Well, it was mainly because a bunch of them had a certain series I was like going after, and most of them are actually out of print. So let's just get straight into it because I think you can see it already. This thing is kind of big and chunky. I'm not sure how I'm gonna show it to you guys. Let's just go straight here. This over here is, it looks like a World of Warcraft book by Tokyo Pop. The Essential Sunwell collection. Not sure how much this costs, but for $2, you know, it's not bad. Next up we have some Futaba. This is actually by Iron Cat. I think they are a defunct publisher now. From what I know about this series, it is like a gender bender, sort of like Ranma 1/2. I think there's like 8 volumes that were released in English. I don't think it was ever completed though. So looks pretty risque in the front. You know, this was what made me want to purchase it all. This is Xenon Heavy Metal Warrior. This is actually a Viz graphic novel manga. So if you know some of these, some of these mangas under this imprint are actually quite expensive. This one in particular can go up from, I thought it was like 50 bucks to 100. But this is obviously going to go to my collection because I'm currently trying to collect a bunch of the Viz graphic novel mangas. I don't know if I'm going to put a video clip of this to show you guys what I have so far. I might show you, I have a couple of volumes, but yeah, this is going to be added to my collection. I think there's only 4 volumes of Xenon Heavy Metal Warrior, but I'll have to double check and see for myself. Next off, we have a couple of volumes of what is this? Urusei Yatsura, a manga by Rumiko Takahashi. You may know her from popular series like Ranma, Mermaid Saga, Inuyasha, those type of mangas. Current series being serialized right now, I think, is Mao. So And I actually, I think recently also had anime remake. So, and I was watching it recently, and it was pretty good. This is actually gonna put me close to completing this series over here. These are actually the 1990s releases of Urusei Yatsura. You may know that they already have like a perfect edition being released by Viz. I think it's already completed in like 18 volumes. The initial releases that are being put out by Viz Graphic Novel, as you can see under this imprint, they only had about, I think, 9 volumes, with some earlier volumes that were released in the 1990s. Obviously, there's also the manga comics, but in terms of graphic novels, these were actually the first ones to be ever produced. So it's pretty cool. I'm going to be showing more of that later, but let's continue on to and see whatever else we have. Like over here too, let me show you this. This is another volume of the Viz graphic novel of the Urusei Yatsura. This is the perfect collection. There's like as I was saying before, there's a 1990s version of this that was released earlier than this one. I don't know when this one was released. Ooh, let's check the front to see. Looks like it was released in 1994. I think the original release by Viz Communications was released in 1990s, maybe early or late 1980s. And they released 2 separate, volumes of it. But in the 1994, they put them together into one chunky volume, as you can see over here. So it's pretty cool. Let's see if we have any more Urusei Yatsura we can find. As you can see here, we also have like Return to Lum, another one. There's still plenty more. I think I can see any right now. Let's check more. I think that's it for now. There's Slayers by Hajime Kanzaka. This is another early 90s manga. This is going to be a common theme for a lot of these series that we have over here. I do own like all the I do own a almost complete set of this series. I just need, I think, one more volume. I think volume 5 of the super explosive demon story, and that one is kind of expensive to come across, but I'm taking my time collecting that series. We're almost done, and I actually got them all in at a used bookstore for like a decent price. If you like Lotus War, if you like, fantasy, maybe Lord of the Rings, there's this manga or anime series I really enjoyed. It's called Louis Rune Soldier. It's quite similar to that because it incorporates a bunch of fantasy and D&D elements. And this manga is actually based off of the author's D&D characters and playthroughs, or whatever you call it. Anyways, let's move on to some more things. As you can see over here, we have some Lotus War, as I was saying before. If you like Slayers, you're gonna like this one as well. I haven't gotten into it yet, like this series or story, but I've been slowly collecting some of the volumes that I can find for rather cheap. As you can see, it's by Ryo Mizuno. I think he's also the creator of Louis the Rune Soldier. This one is called Metal Guardian Faust. Looks pretty cool. Let's see, open it up just to check what it looks like. Looks like there's robots and stuff. That's cool. I don't know if I'm going to be uploading this video after recent haul I acquired, but just in case I post this afterwards, I got quite a bit of volumes of Bayer Booster Guyver not too long ago for around 25 bucks a piece. If you want to check out a little video I made on it. I think I will link it down below. But yeah, we got Metal Guardian Floss. Make some reviews on my TikTok channel, so you guys can check out if you want to collect it, or you know, bring a little throwback to some of you old folks who know about this series, and like a first impression from a new, you know, manga collector. So we got Metal Guardian Floss over there. Next off, we got some Pixie Junket. I really like the art style, as you can see. A bunch of the characters are wearing some pretty 80-esque clothing. You know, I think this is like a one volume type of book. Let's move on to the next one. I know this video is quite boring. Maybe I should speed things up. Okay, next off we got some Riot over here. Pretty cool. Looks old as well. I don't know what to say. There's another volume of Riot. I think this completes the set in English. Pretty cool. Let's open it up, check what it looks like. I'm not really a fan of the art, to be honest, but let's talk about it later on in another video. I haven't been really looking for this manga, but I didn't know it was released by this publisher over here. It's called Paradox Press. I didn't do much research on Paradox. Let's talk about the series actually. This is Gone. You may know it. You may know a lot of people talking about Gone. Has various releases. I think it was really sought after back during the pandemic days. But I think, don't quote me on this, but I think this is the first ever release in a graphic novel format of Gone in English. And I don't know how many volumes the Paradox Press released in English, but in this haul we have quite a few volumes of it. As you can see here, there's 3 different volumes. This is now out of print, at least the publications released by Paradox Press. You can currently get it with, I'm not really sure, but over the years it has gone through many different hands. Many different publishers have published Gone. Might be because they don't really need to translate it, as it is one of the few mangas that don't have any like text or very few words apart from maybe some sound effects. I haven't read the series, or maybe like I should say flip through the pages and look through the artwork, because that's honestly what you're doing. The story follows around, I believe, just a dinosaur, and I think he's also a video game character, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna see more of different Gone volumes in just a second. I'll show you all of them in one go later once I find them. Anyways, we have another Viz graphic novel. This is called Eat Man. I did read this. It's quite a forgettable manga. It's about a guy that eats you know, metals and he fights stuff. Yeah, not really. It's not really a memorable manga for me. There you have 2 volumes released in English. This is the first volume, I think. The second volume is called Eat Man, I think Seconds or something along those lines. But yeah, this one has quite good art in my opinion. If you like the other ones, if you like the art in the other ones, I think you're gonna really like this one. At least for me. Look at that. Let's move on. Next off, we got some, what is this? 3X 3 Eyes. I don't know what this is. I think I read like a little blurb about it. I think it's about an alien, which she is. She looks like she has a third eye over there. I think there's 8 volumes released by Dark Horse. This is also out of print, just like everything else. Okay, let's move on. What is this? Oh, so there's even more Urusei Yatsura over here. Let's add to the collection over there. Let's move on. Next we have Under Arrest by Dark Horse Comics. This is in this silky, smooth, it has silky smooth front and back. I heard someone on TikTok, that was me mutual, find this volume, and don't know much about it, but it looks pretty cool. Next one. Then we have here more Ranma 1/2 by Rumiko Takahashi. Doesn't really need much of an introduction. If you like gender bender shonen manga from the early 90s, then you're gonna be a really big fan of this series. Like I said, it also has a remake anime recently. I think it released around like 2023 to 2022. So if you end up picking up this series, try checking it out. Currently being released by Viz right now. I think a lot of the volumes are currently out of stock. They have those beautiful omnibuses up to volumes 1 to 38. In the single format, as you can see over here, it only runs up to volumes 1 to 36. They never really released the last 2 volumes. I don't really know why, but I don't think they ever will, because they're currently releasing the omnibus versions. But yeah, this is volume 6. It looks really beat up condition. Okay, moving on. We have over here some Besim. This is not manga. I think this is like a D&D style anime RPG tabletop game. It's like a instruction manual and like a how to play type of rule book on how to play the game. I think all of them have their different story concepts. One's based in a dungeon. One is based in like an action setting. We have some mecha. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Guide to Japan. Can you tell me what that is? I might just point the camera downwards because it's easier. I think you're blurred of my... I think that's gonna be for the better. Over here we have... What is this? Mechanical Man Blues, from the creator, designer of Battle Arena Toshiden and Saber Marionette J. I think I heard about that, actually. It looks like a small manga. It's printed by a manga publisher that I'm not really familiar with. It's called Radio Comics Manga. At this point, if I'm not really familiar with it, I'm pretty sure it's out of print unless they probably don't publish manga at this point. It looks like it is, in fact, like a manga. I wasn't really expecting much from it. Looks pretty cool. Artwork seems to be really 90s-esque. Seems like there's a lot of fan service as well, as you can see over there in that panel. But yeah. Oh, I don't think I can show that on YouTube, actually. It showed a bit of, some sketchy stuff that I don't think is good to show. We have some Robotech. I don't know, to be honest. What's the publisher? Let's check over here. It looks like it's printed with, maybe in partnership with Udon. Let's check, let's open it up. Oh, it's all in color. It's printed in color in this sort of graphic novel slash comic style. Speed Racer, looks like it is published by Wildstorm. I'm not familiar with that. I do believe that 7 Seas released a newer version of this, like a re-release of this series. I'm not really sure how many volumes Wildstorm released with Speed Racer, but that's quite nice to see. Oh, this is actually one of the few DVDs we got over here. Looks like it's a box set of Fushiguyushi. Oh, and it's like in this cool little box set with 3 different things. I don't know if this is original, might be a replica copy or a fake, I should say, but I think this is a complete set of season 1 of the anime. So that's pretty cool. Over here we have even more Urusei Yatsura. Not really sure how many we have so far. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's still one more in this lot, but we have over here Ran Attacks, as you can see there, and then we have Feudal Furor. That is, actually, I think that is it for Urusei Yatsura in this collection. So this is everything we have of Urusei Yatsura. There is 9 volumes of this series in total. If you want to get in this format, apart from like the earlier copies of this one that were released in the 1990s. We're missing one more, but this is a near complete collection of the 90s Viz graphic novel collection. So let's move on to the next thing we have over here. So this is another Iron Cat manga. It's called Dragon Wars. I have no idea what this is. I try to like familiarize myself with like a bunch of the releases Iron Cat released, but it's quite hard to look up for some reason. I don't know if there's a website where I can find all the releases, but from what I can tell, a bunch of the things they put out are kind of obscure, and I'll have a lot to do with ecchi cut. But if you're a fan of ecchi, I think they have released hentai. Don't quote me on that, but oh, this guy just turned into a dragon. Let's read the back. It's quite hard to read. It's not even in cursive. This is when they're starting to like release manga and popularize it. This was a poor done job in my opinion. You barely can read the title on the spine, and I can barely read it in the front as well. So that not really a good look for them. We have it. This is lost media at this point, or at least really old. Here we go. We have even more Gone manga by Paradox Press. Okay, so over here we have even more Futaba change. Yeah. Okay, so we have something I've been trying to get a hold of too. This is the Rumik Theater manga. Currently, Viz hasn't released like any perfect collection of Rumik Theater, One Pound Gospel, or Rumik World yet. So this is currently the only like type of edition that you can get in English at the moment. But yeah, let's move on to the next set of volumes. All right, I did not know this. I didn't know this existed, but we have Oh My Goddess manga in this weird format released by Dark Horse. I'm not sure if this is a short story, but if you're not familiar with what Oh My Goddess is, it is this long-running series, I think of 48 volumes of mangas. I think it might be more. It's a long-running harem manga. Other than that, I don't really know much about the series. This looks like it to be a 4-koma. If you don't know what a 4-koma is, released and read was it vertically from left to right, obviously. In this case, it's not left to right. This might be the first like type of introduction of what a 4-koma is in the Western world. Let's try to verify if that's correct. I mean, like, let's try to check when this was released. So as you can see, this was released in 2000s. I don't think you can focus, but it says first edition 2000s. Yeah, it's actually quite cool. Didn't know they had this. All right, let's move on to the next one. We have some Ghost in the Shell mangas. This is in this tall Dark Horse graphic novel type of format. Gives off like some it's in this silky, this is actually high quality paper because it's really silky, smooth. It looks like it also has a couple color pages, especially in the middle over here. Quite cool. Yeah. Next off, we have some Dramacon. I don't know what that is. Let's just throw that to the side. Even more Gone by Paradox Press. Let's just show them. And we have over here Gone on Safari. It looks like a cool front cover. Next off, we have over here Bomber Girl. Looks like an ecchi. This is printed by Rajan Comics, another, I think, defunct publisher. I may be wrong about that. I've seen this one in stores. I've been looking to collect it. I think this is only has 3 volumes in English. We have over here a Clamp manga. If you don't know what Clamp is, they're most popular, one of the most popular, let's say, shoujo group of mangakas that release some of the most notorious shoujo slash shonen manga to the whole entire world. Some of their works include Chobits, Tsubasa, Reservoir Chronicles, over here Magic Ray Earth 2. This looks like it's a small version, like a small floppy version released by Tokyo Pop. Oh, it is not actually the manga. Looks like it is a 10th anniversary memorial book. So this is probably I don't know if it's sought after, but it looks like it has a bunch of, you know, character information. We have over here some bonus stories. Yeah, character and creatures. Let's see if we have, let's see over here. Bonus stage, what does that mean? So yeah, we got like a little story about, maybe it's exclusive to this edition. I'm not really sure. Who knows, really? But yeah, I haven't read this story or watched the show. If it does have a show, I think it does. But yeah, looking forward to collecting more things made by Clamp. Okay, so this looks like it's a Tokyo Pop sneaks. This is like back in the day when manga was, you know, trying to getting popular here in the West. They usually released a bunch of, you know, teaser books, or like you will find in like magazines, like in the, I don't really know what they call it, but as a way to promote the series, they usually handed out these type of things, and you can read like it usually had like a catalog. This thing has like a bunch of like different first volume stories, or like first volume or first chapter sneak peeks of different stories that are going to be that are releasing at the time before they actually end up purchasing the books. We also have like a catalog of different titles that are by Tokyo Pop, if I can even find it. Let's see. So they usually have these catalogs of different series that are under Tokyo Pop. So you can see the different releases during the months. It all says over here, even the DVDs as well. Some of the things we can see over here would be like Planet S. You know, one of the series that was created by the creator of Vinland Saga. There's also some Tokyo Babylon. I'm just flipping through the pages, and we even have Lament of the Lamb sneak peeks, trip to the past, I guess. Anyways, next up we have over here volume 2 of Attack on Titan. Not really out of print, as you know. This is one of the most popular series of all time. Had one of the highest sales also. I don't know if that has been beaten yet. All right, we got a bunch of some shoujo series called Vampire Knight. This is not out of print, and for you guys who don't know, it's currently being re-released, reprinted by Shoujo Beat, and we have over here, I think, quite a bit of these volumes. Yeah, that's all Vampire Knight. Quite cool to see. Let's move on. Okay, I've been waiting to show you guys this one. I think this is all of the volumes of the series in this lot, but this is a near complete set of Battle Angel Alita. There is a total of 9 volumes. of this series, and we almost have the complete set in English, or actually in this type of format. Looks like we're missing volumes 2 and 5, so just 2 volumes. This usually goes for alone like $100 to even maybe a little bit more. So this alone, just finding this is an absolute steal in my books, as well as a bunch of the other things, like all those Viz graphic novels. That just like makes everything, this whole lot worthwhile in my opinion. So just seeing this in a lot just made me want to purchase the whole, you know, the collection they're selling. And actually I haven't really gone into why the person was selling. I did ask them, and they told me that they're selling someone else's collection. I think so. They're reselling a lot of manga that they found in probably a estate sale or something. I don't really know, but they just wanted to get rid of it. I even negotiated with them, so I even got I think a better price than what they were asking initially. I got them like I think $50 down or something. Don't really remember, but yeah. So it looks like the person didn't really know much about manga in the first place. Anyways, next up we have looks like official handbook of Vampire Knight. It probably has a bunch of exclusive stuff as well, just like that Magic Ray Earth volume by Tokyopop. Okay, let's move on. Next, okay, we haven't shown this one yet, but this is a bunch of volumes of Usagi Yojimbo. This is by Stan Sakai. This isn't, I wouldn't say this is manga, but I guess you can call it manga since it is like made by a Japanese guy, but he mainly makes a bunch of American comics. You may know this character, and he made many appearances in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's a samurai rabbit, just like what the title is. If you translate it to English, that's what it's called. And I don't know how many volumes this is released by Dark Horse, but it looks like they have really a lot of volumes, up to around like the 30 plus, and I think it's still being currently released by I don't know really. I don't really know who has the licenses. Might be Dark Horse, might not be. I did a little research on who holds the license, but I didn't really get a solid answer. But yeah, I think these are like these are pretty old releases of the series. Let's check when with these certain volumes were being published. Let's just do a little check. So it looks like these are first editions that were published in 2005. They do have these beautiful hardcover collections, mangas that were released around the same time, but obviously those are going to be more expensive. I think these are actually expensive as well, and might very well be the same price of all these books in the aftermarket. I do have way more volumes of Usagi Yojimbo, but over here we just got 18 to 25 of this series. So we'll see if we have any more in the other box that we're going to open up in a second, but we still have plenty of other books to go and check. Next off over here we have some, okay, so this is one of the few volumes that we got of Battle Angel Alita Last Order. This volume in particular, volume 17, is actually extremely hard to find and really expensive. I think it goes up to like $200, maybe around 300 bucks. Yeah, crazy, right? Just one volume essentially pays for half of the series. So we got some D-Gray Man volume 2. I think I own a handful of the volumes. I think volumes 1 to 19. I did read some of the volumes of the series. Don't really remember what the story is about, unfortunately. We also have Guardian Angel Getten. This has 3 volumes released by Raijin Comics. I think it was discontinued. Dragon Hunter Manga Passport. I don't know what that is. Oh, so it's another one of the, you know, sort of Tokyopop magazines of various different series. We have even more World of Warcraft over there. Next off, we got, oh, this isn't really a manga. It looks like it is like a planner or like a journal type of thingy. Don't really know where it's like from. Oh, it's like it's from Vampire Knight. So there's a lot of Vampire Knight stuff in this haul. We got even more World of Warcraft. Ooh, this one looks really good condition. This one is Mobile Suit Gundam W. I'm not familiar at all with the Gundam franchise. There's so many things to collect manga-wise, and there's a lot of series, so I'm kind of intimidated. I did watch Darling and Franks, so I guess I like mecha, and I did like that series. We have even more Gundam. This is a Gundam W Episode 0. This one's actually released by Viz in whatever this imprint. And then we also have Gundam W Blind Targets. Here's the spine, here's the back. Even more Gundam. Another Gundam W, Battlefields of Pacifist. This one's actually smaller. I think is in their like pocket size Tokyopop versions. I don't know why they made it really small, but yeah, we got a smaller volume of Gundam W Wing, whatever you call it. Next up, we have Ninja High School. This looks like a Western like type of creation of manga. Not saying that that can't be manga, but looks like someone in the West has created manga. This one looks really freaking old. Looks like a horror manga. Says it was published by IC Entertainment. I do not have a clue what that publisher is, but let's open up quickly. All right, I don't think I can show that, but it has a lot of like creepy stuff inside. Not really explicit, I would say. Let's show this picture over here. A bunch of the characters' faces look pretty creepy and stuff. I'm trying to check if it shows any of the like other volumes that they released, or like what the author, who the author is. Sano Knife. That looks like an alias. I've been talking a lot. I need some water, so. All right, water. You need water to moisten. Next off, we got some Haruhi mangas. Surprisingly, I never watched anime for this series. I know I did, but I was kind of young and I really got bored and I dropped the series. But I probably should get back into it because I heard a lot of good things about it, especially from Trash Taste. And we have over here volumes 1 to 7 of Haruhi. So I kind of am obligated to try the series out at this point. This looks like it is... this doesn't look like the main series though. I think the main series is different. Who knows? Maybe this is a side story of the manga or the show or whatever. Yeah, we got that. It's about occults and stuff, I think. I don't remember. Next off, we got like another Western looking manga. It's called Reality Check. Probably about reality TV, or maybe not, I don't know. These ones look like they have pretty bad yellowing at the top over here. It's kind of weird, you know. Look at over there too. This is called High School Girls by Towa Oshima. This is published by Comics One, another defunct publisher, and Dr. Master Books. Looks like they acquired two rights, or maybe they did a merger back then. But now they're no longer in business, sadly. I think there is 9 volumes that have been released, complete or not, I don't really know. But that's how many volumes you're going to be getting in the series in English. So I'll try reading that out, see what it's about. We got even more mangas about Haruhi. We have 9 and 8 and 9, so even more. Where did I put that pile? Oh, it's right here. We got some My Hero Academia, volumes 1, 2. I think that's it. yeah, volumes 1 and 2. Don't really need an introduction for this show. Lots of fans, really popular. We got XL Saga Volume 2. This is also out of print, but this volume in particular is not really hard to get, as well as we have Volume 1 of XL Saga. I actually really love the anime for this. It is a parody show, so if you know a bunch of different anime or different manga, you're gonna have a lot of references of this in this series, just like Hayate, I think it's called Hayate, the combat, no, maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, it's about this woman. She works for the dictator, and then she goes into the real world, does a bunch of different cool shenanigans, and you guys should read it. The later volumes that are released of this series in English in this format are quite hard to get a hold of, and I'm still trying to look for them for a decent price. Haven't been lucky though. But yeah, these ones, XL Saga, a really good manga to check out if you like comedy parody manga, just like, you know, Psyche K or whatever you guys like nowadays. This one's actually the first manga we have that looks like really disgusting looking because it's really dusty, but it is a Japanese manga of, looks like Macross. I think that's an old like mecha as well, I think. This one looks like it is completely in color in Japanese. Maybe it's an anime manga though, because I think it's an anime manga. So if you don't know what the anime manga is, it's essentially like a manga version of the show. They just basically print a bunch of the panels, you know, clips of the anime show, and just print it into a manga format. Do I know why they did that in the past? I don't know why. It just seems really stupid. Why would you want to read a show as a book format rather than watch the show? It doesn't make sense. Why would you reverse engineer it? It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I think this is an anime manga. Anyways, let's move on. We got a light novel, looks like, because I just opened it up. Onagai Teacher. I actually have the first 2 volumes of Onagai Teacher. Haven't read it though. But yeah, this is gonna put me closer. This is gonna complete my collection, I think. I just have 2. Actually, I think there's another side series I still need to get a hold of. Printed by Comics One, and yeah, Onagai Teacher. All right, we got over here Aoi House. Omnibus Collection 2, so this tells me that there's a volume 1 of it. I don't know. Yeah, let's move on. I'm getting quite tired speaking. And then we got volume 18 of Battle Angel Alita Last Order. So I think this is the second last volume. And then we got over here, let's just grab a bunch of the volumes over here. It doesn't look like they're that cool. And to begin with, we got some Attack on Titan, Ratman, Reality Check, Haruhi, another volume. So let's check out Ratman because I'm kind of interested to see what that is. Oh, it looks kind of cool. Really dusty though. A lot of them are quite dusty and it's kind of disgusting, and I need to wash my hands. That's what I want to do right now. I think there's 3 volumes in total. Who is this by? It is by Uni, I don't know how to read Japanese titles. Anyways, that is that set of books in this box. We still have quite a bit more in the other box. So let's just skip to it in just a second. Let me move everything to the side and let's just check out what is in that other box. Hold on, wait a minute. If you guys haven't done so already though, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Also hit that post notifications if you want to keep up to date with what I'm posting and be the first one to check out the new videos. Okay, anyways, let's just open this up. This is another box. Oh my god, it's kind of heavy. Yeah, this is terrible. Oh, why am I moaning? Oh, okay. That looks like it's open. This is, I apologize if this looks extremely cursed. I should do like some cursed ASMR. No one's gonna watch that, but I'm gonna just do it. There we go. Okay, we got some Ghost in a Shell, light novel by DH Trademark. I don't know what that is. Over here, we're gonna speed run it a bit because my battery is running out, and I don't wanna charge it. Okay, we got more Ghost in a Shell, Standalone Complex, another light novel, some Dark Angel by Kia Asamiya. I actually have a couple of volumes, and this is actually going to complete my set. This is by the person that made like Steam Detectives and, you know, Silent Mobius, and I'm trying to collect a bunch of their works. Next off, we have quite a few volumes of Psychic Academy, 6 to 11 over here. I think we still have more though. Next off, we have more Ghost in a Shell. This is actually a manga this time. Ghost in a Shell Standalone Complex Episode 4. Or volume 4. Even more, same series, I think. This time volume 2 of Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. Another light novel of Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. Just over there. Alright, let's get closer. We have Hyper Dolls. This looks like it is an old series that I've never heard of actually. We have 3 volumes of Hyper Dolls. What is the story? Well, it says over here, one day Hyper Dolls came to the world, and you know, I don't know. Next off. All right, so this is what I was talking about. This wasn't all like manga. We got some Bone comics. These were actually something I read back in the day when I was younger. Not really, I didn't really know how to read back then, so I was kind of just flipping through the pages. It's actually pretty cool. If you like fantasy, this is actually a great manga to just read or just like flip through the pages, because the artwork is, you know, I really adore it. Kind of reminds me of, you know, a mixture of Smurfs and the Odd Ones Out type of cartoons. They're just like naked white creatures, or, you know, bones, whatever you want to call them. All right, so we have some Striker. This was currently re-released in English under the new title Spriggan by Seven Seas Entertainment. But before that, we got some Viz graphic novels. This is Striker under the English name, or back in the 90s. It looks like there's a questionable symbol over there on the first volume over here. And then we have other 3 more volumes. This is not the complete run of the series. So if you want the complete run, you have to get the new releases released by Seven Seas. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. All right, so this is what I was talking about before. This is actually the Usagi Yojimbo hardcovers. They did release the Usagi Yojimbo in these hardcovers. And if they were the collector editions, they were kind of expensive because they only released a limited run of each of these volumes. This one looks like in surprisingly good condition. I don't think it is the collector edition because I'm looking over here and it doesn't really say that. There's even more Bone manga, graphic novels. Don't know if you can call it manga. Let's see over here. Are these all Bone? Yes, it looks like these are all Bone. Some of them are actually duplicate volumes. Even more Usagi Yojimbo. So yeah, we got even more. I don't know if I'm going to show all of them. There should be like about 23 volumes. So we also, you know how I was talking about Oh My Goddess before? Well, we also have complete collection of the oversized volumes that were released by Dark Horse Comics. I think there is a total of 22 books or maybe 20 books released in this format. Afterwards, they released it in the smaller versions up to volume 48. But look at this. This is all of the volumes. I'm going to showcase some of the covers just so you can see. They look like in really good condition. They don't look worn whatsoever too. Like I said, it's a harem series. Maybe, you know, if you've seen God Only Knows, there's like this angel that comes down, help like guy. They come down to Earth to like find out what's up, what's happening, and then, you know, this guy falls in love with people, or they fall in love with a guy, something like that. I have no idea. Anyways, we got 20 volumes of these. What irritates me though is like in these versions you can't really tell what volume's which. So it's not like really like they're you need to read them in a specific order, but it just makes it better if they denoted them on the spine. Actually, they have them on the front cover, so that makes it somewhat easier. Organize them in chronological order. Okay, more Stansakai, Usagi Yojimbo. All right. Okay, underneath all this, okay, there's still more oversized stuff. Let's check over here. All right, so it looks like there's even more Usagi Yojimbo, and still in these soft covers. Let's just show them. Yeah, some of them don't have the number indicated over here, so I don't really know which is which, but as I said, they're not really, you don't really need to read them in chronological order, so it's not much of an issue anyways. But yeah, there we go. All right, even more Usagi Yojimbo. I can still see more, so this should be it for Usagi, I think. All right, and then even more Oh My Goddess. This is the last set of volumes of Oh My Goddess. So yeah. All right, and then here's the last one over there. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So these last few volumes should be some of the more expensive ones as well. Oh, okay. Sorry for the burp. But over here we have another expensive series. This is Battle Angel Alita Last Order. There is a total of 19 volumes in this specific single format. It was released by Viz up to volume 15, and then Kodansha acquired the rights and continued publishing it from volume 16 to 19. So as you can see over here, we have quite a few of the volumes. This is gonna put me like literally 80% near completing the collection. As I said, volume 17 is worth like 200 bucks, so that's completely insane. So it's crazy, you know. 400